What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
Shout out to the free thinkers. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, man. Happy Thanksgiving, all that kind of stuff. Everybody that celebrates that. If you're an artist and you got a song you want us to react to, man, make sure you check out the link in the description. We can definitely get you hooked up, or we could just place you in the front of one of our up-and-coming videos. We do about 60 seconds of your song. Either way, man, information's down below. All right, man. So we are getting back to Stogy T. We got. It's called the Four Horsemen. Let me calm down. It's called the Four Horsemen. Stogy T, Nasty C, Maggz, I think is how you say it, or Maggz, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, and A-Reece is all on here, and it's called the Four Horsemen, man. But what I was about to say before I had to calm down and give you the introduction is, man, this just sounds like an all-star cast, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And we don't, in hip-hop and in a lot of things, but especially in hip-hop, man, it's special when you got special artists like this together on a track.
Yeah, man. I want to like set the table here for this, because this is almost like if Jay, to me, from the outside looking in, right? This is almost like if Jay-Z and Nas did a track with like J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick. That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know who Maggz is. I don't know if Maggz is. I think Maggz is old school from what you guys were telling us in IG. Maggz is like an old school legend as well. So maybe, you know, replace one of the new cats with Eminem or somebody like that, right? So, but it's like a Jay Nas, then had like the old guard, the old greats with the new greats. Is how I'm taking it, right? And that seems to be why y'all blew us the hell up. This is like, here, damn. You know what I'm saying? You know, your mama tell you you ask your mom something 1,000 times and she's like, here, damn. Like that's how I feel right now. Here, damn, y'all, here, take it, damn. Yeah, we have to get this we had to get this out. So shout out to everybody that blew us the hell up to get this done. We understand why, though. This is a big moment. Stogie T, Nasty C, I think Nasty C and A-Reece had a little bit of a beef over the years, and it looks like they've pieced it up, which I love to hear. And again, I'm not too familiar with Maggz, but I'm excited to see what Maggz does. We've never done anything from Maggz, and I hope I'm pronouncing Maggz's name right as well. It's not like Maggz, I don't know, but shout out to Maggz. And let's get to it, man. I'm excited.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? This is a big deal, man.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm curious to see how they gonna come on this. You know what I mean? Stogy T, Nasty C, A-Reece Maggz, Four Horsemen. Let's get into it.
This that new badge.
It is that new badge. If you been here before, you know how we doing.
Okay.
If you never
What's
been
the
here, I
old
need
batch?
you in a sec.
I don't know what's the old batch. Stogie, it sounded like that Stogie. He came in and said, "Oh, this the new batch." What's the old batch? Did y'all run this back? Are y'all running this back now? My bad. Did y'all had something together before and y'all running it back now? Is this the new batch? I don't know.
Oh no, they ain't never had nothing before. I bet you they probably had to move heaven and earth to get this one.
Yeah. Remember how NWA formed again after Eazy-E and all them died, and they put Snoop in Eazy-E's spot, and so that's like the new batch. So is it like that? I don't know. Y'all give us some feedback. I don't know if they had kind of a Four Horsemen type of group before, and now they just replaced a couple people and it's the new batch. I don't know.
It could be.
I don't know.
Could be, man. Could be. Let's start it back up. But the beat though, I really want to talk about the beat. Sounds like it's about to be crazy.
Yeah.
I heard that nasty sample in the background. So let me start that back up.
This that new badge.
It is that new badge. If you been here before, you know how we doing. If you never been here, I need you in the second line. Behave yourself. Yes.
One life, two eyes, three spirit, four pockets, money each side.
Hey.
Glory don't come easy, one must reach high.
Hey.
Fuck me never teach lies. What you willing to do for your peace? Die. You don't have the option to retreat. Slide,
I love the way he is
squeeze,
going.
fight, conquer and rise. One life, two eyes, three spirit, four pockets, money each
That's crazy though.
Yeah, I love the way Nasty C approached this fucking. It sounds like that's the chorus. I'm assuming that this is the chorus, and I hope he raps on this because that is dope. I love the way he sounded, like that east side, the way he was, that cadence in which he was flowing, and he sounded like, I don't want to say Jamaican, but that's what it reminds me of, kind of like
Caribbean
influence, like a style, like, you know what I mean. But I love the way he approached that on this beat. He really bodies it and makes this beat come alive to me. I think that shit sounds dope.
Killed. this chorus. So far, you know, with I remember when Jay and Nas did Black Republicans. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the song Black Republicans with Jay-Z and Nas, but that was after Jay-Z and Nas had a rap beef. I'm sure you guys know about that. They had a historical rap beef, right, in the early 2000s, right? Then they went back and forth, Ether, Takeover, Blueprint 2, you know what I mean? All this, you know, last real End Alive from Nas. Beef subsided, and then over time, they ended up doing like an interview on MTV. They came together, and then, you know, just to show the world that they squashed the beef, they made this song called Black Republicans. And it was so much anticipation for this song called Black Republicans. And I feel like, when it hit, it just didn't, you know, I think they rap well, but I think the song, the beat or whatever, wasn't the greatest beat to me. So I say that to say, when you have something like this, Stogy T, Nasty C, A-Reece Maggz, right? 4 Horsemen, you have the anticipation's high. You want everything to align. You want the beat to be crazy.
That's true.
You want them to come with it lyrically. You want the chorus to hit. And so far, I think the chorus is nasty.
Yeah.
I think the beat, Homage Beats, yeah, I'm paying homage to Homage Beats, man. The beat is crazy.
Yep. That's the producer.
Yeah. Homage Beats is the producer to the song. I'm paying homage to Homage Beats. The beat is crazy. The chorus is great. I like the way Stogie T came on the track just talking. It just sounds like the stars are aligning for this to sound like we want it to sound. So far it's dope. Let's keep it going.
Fucking up, me never teach lies. What you willing to do for your peace? Die. You don't have the option to retreat. Slide, squeeze, fight, conquer and rise.
Yeah. You ain't got the option to retreat. Slide. You just see what he's saying? Something, see, fire, right?
Squeeze, fire, something like that.
Fire. You know what I'm saying? You don't got the option to retreat. Then he said, 1 life, 2 eyes, 3 spirit, 4, right? I just want to eat, side, right? Glory don't come easy. One must reach high. You know what I'm saying?
And what are you willing to do for peace?
Right.
Die.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So he's talking, and the cadence is crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I wanted to point that
cadence.
out. Yeah. You said. Then he just, again, the melody, the cadence is nasty, but the melody that he's infusing with the cadence is just so nasty, man. So yeah, shout out to Nasty C on that chorus.
Lies, what you willing to do for your peace? Die. You don't have the option to retreat. Slide, squeeze, fight, conquer and rise. 1 life, 2 eyes, 3 spirit, 4 pockets, money.
From chained people, was born and raised. Change beef in the gourmet plates. Get streams, but don't follow waves. St. Peter, I walked on water. Frozen lakes, hell seas at the dawn of apes. Belay teacher, 10 toes straight. The gatekeeper that closed the gate. Every pen sweep is a brain teaser. You won't relate. It's for them
Okay, Stogie, it's been a minute. It's been a while since I heard you, bro. It's been a minute. And I just feel like this motherfucker like, I'm about to body this shit on another level, but I'm gonna take my time while I do it. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna body it. Kind of like, you know how like Rick Ross approaches a track? It don't seem like he's ever sped up. It don't seem like
I'm a Luka this shit.
Yeah.
I'm a Luka Doncic this. I'm gonna go at my pace.
You ain't gonna speed me up, but I'm gonna spit this hot fire. And that's what this shit sounds like by Stogie T. This sounds like hot fire.
To me, this sounds like a technician at work.
Yeah.
To me, you wrote this with a quill. You ain't write this with a pen. You was you was on an old pirate ship with a feather, dipping in the ink. You know what I'm saying? I could tell. You knew. You was like, I'm Big Bro though. I mean, shout out to everybody on the track. Love them. You know what I mean? These guys are the new kings, but this Big Bro though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They need to know. From chained people, was born and raised. First of all, like, let's start there. From chained people, was born and raised. You know what I'm saying? Changed beef into gourmet plates. From chained people, from slaves. You know what I mean? Was born and raised, came out of slavery, descendants of slaves is how I'm taking that. Then he said change beef into gourmet plates. So I don't know if he's talking about street shit there, came from violence, came from, turmoil, right? And then we made it out of that, and now we are almost turned lemons into lemonade, so to speak.
Success.
Right? Because beef is violence, right? It's when opposing sides are fighting, right? Into gourmet plates. Or is he talking about beef on the track, maybe a Nasty C and A-Reece and all that having issues, and that them having beef, and now they've turned that into They've come together, right? You know what I mean? Come together like Voltron, right? And now we have something. Now we're getting money. We're getting to it, right? But either way, love the way he came in. I'm gonna get back to it. Love the cadence, the technicality there. Let's
and obviously beef and plates, the
Yep.
play on food as
Yep.
well. You know what I mean? Double entendreing you to death
That's
already.
Right. Yep. Let's keep it going.
Treat, slide, squeeze, fight, conquer and rise. One life, two eyes, three spirit, four pockets, money.
From chained people, was born and raised. Change beef in the gourmet plates. Get streams, but don't follow waves. St. Peter, I walked on water. Frozen lakes, hell seas at the dawn of apes. Belay teacher, 10 toes straight. The gatekeeper that closed the gate. Every pen sweep is a brain teaser. You won't relate. It's for them face.
This. I'm sorry. Because to me, it's like Eminem like. Right? You know what I'm saying? In terms of just how he's piecing his syllables up, the cadence that he's using. Change beef in the gourmet plates. Get streams, but don't follow waves, right? So get streams, but don't follow waves.
Yep.
Right? That's slick, right?
Yep.
Streams as in he's getting streams, right? He's getting a lot of listens on streaming platforms, and he's not following trends. But obviously streams, waves, water, right? That's very slick. Wordplay there. Then he said St. Peter, I walked on water, frozen lakes, Hail Caesar, the dawn of apes. So again, and you know, Stogy T is just a fucking well-read motherfucker.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He knows the good book. You know what I mean? St. Peter walked on water. You know, it's a biblical reference there.
Yep.
St. Peter, when God told him to walk on water, I believe, to show his faith, I think is what he's referencing there. And then he said, Hail Caesar, dawn of apes. You know, Caesar was the leader in the movie Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. He was the leader, right? Of the apes. You know what I'm saying? So Hail Caesar. He's looking at himself as Caesar.
As the king.
As the king, right? Ballet teacher, 10 toes straight. The gatekeeper that closed the gate. So ballet teacher, 10 toes straight. Obviously, ballet dancers, they keep their toes straight, right? You know what I mean? As they on their points. But I think he's saying 10 toes down. Like I'm 10 toes down. I'm locked in to my craft or whatever it is, or who I am and when I'm out. I'm solid, right? Then the gatekeeper that closed the gate. So when you think of a gatekeeper, you think of someone that like is like the keeper of the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That really is about making sure the culture remains pure. You know what I'm saying? I'm the gatekeeper that closed the gate. Like nah. You know what I'm saying? Only the real ones can cross this gate. You know what I'm saying? So but every pen sweep is a brain teaser. You won't relate. Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Every pen sweep, every stroke of that pen is like a brain teaser. You can't, you're not on my level. You can't relate to that.
And you
know
gotta
what I'm
think about it.
Yeah,
you gotta think about it like a motherfucker. It may you may be stuck because I've heard Stogy T say some shit and I'm like, damn, what the fuck does he mean by that?
2 years later, oh, that's what I meant.
Exactly.
2 years later, oh, that's right. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
man. That shit's dope. And I cannot.
Shit hit you in Walmart. You're like, oh, that's what he
It
meant.
does. Yeah.
That's what he meant. I'm sitting here getting
You
fruit.
run that shit back in the car and shit, you get out like, oh, damn, that shit was hard as hell.
Yeah, I'm sitting in Walmart getting apples and shit. Oh, that's what Stogie T meant.
But again, man, the way, the cadence in which you touched on a little bit like Eminem-esque of how he's approaching this, man. I love the way he is like matching up these syllables, man, and how he's riding this beat. This beat is perfect,
Beat is
fam.
amazing, dude.
Crazy.
All right, yeah, let's keep it rocking.
Conquer and rise.
I know.
One life, two eyes, three spirit, four pockets, money.
From chained people, was born and raised. Change beef in the gourmet plates. Get streams, but don't follow waves. St. Peter, I walked on water. Frozen lakes, hell seas at the dawn of apes. Belay teacher, 10 toes straight. The gatekeeper that closed the gate. Every pen sweep is a brain teaser. You won't relate. It's for them face eaters with razor blades marked on they dang features. Broken faith, but the chain Jesus. Them gold plated cane dealers. These aliens come from a lowest lane. Shade deeper than A. Hitler's chosen race. I used to paint freight steamers in the olden days. Now I keep a Moses Cane race sticks for crawler snakes. My main squeak.
I'm telling you, he's one of the greatest in the world, man. He's one of the best in the world, man.
He is, though.
He really is. And it
He's
needs
dope,
to be
man.
acknowledged, man. You know, we be in our own little bubble over here in America, man. We can't just have this monster overseas going crazy like this and not acknowledge that he's one of the best in the world. That's crazy. I think Stogie's just saying, man, this is what I'm making is for the grimy dudes. The grimy dudes can understand what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? You a cornball, you won't relate. You know what I mean? My pen is, first of all, my pen is slick and intelligent. You can't relate to that. But what this is for, what I'm representing in my music, is for them face eaters, razor blades marked on their damn features. When he says face eaters, he's talking about dudes that use razors to cut people's faces, right? we call them buck 50s back east. We used to call them buck 50s where somebody razor blades your face, right? Marked on their damn features, right? Broken faith, but they chain Jesus. So again, broken faith dudes, no faith, right? Or broken faith, right? They don't believe in God, you know what I mean? Directionless, right? But they chain Jesus, but they're wearing Jesus pieces. You know what I'm saying? So they got chains on, but yet they're supposed to, you know, and they also have broken faith. So it just feels like there's a disconnect there, right? How you wearing Jesus, but you're out in the streets giving people buck 50s, you know what I mean? Razor blade in people's faces, right? Mm-hmm. But they chain Jesus. So I don't know when he says, but they chain Jesus, if that's a double entendre for Jesus himself, Jesus Christ being chained or being crucified, right? You know what I mean? Essentially saying that we're all imperfect. These dudes, you know, they come from tough beginnings. They don't have the guidance. Yeah. So we're human. We're going to sin. I think is it like, so maybe it's his way of saying that they deserve some sort of repentance, perhaps is what he's saying. So they chain Jesus. Like, we're not perfect, we're imperfect, right? But again, Jesus piece chain. Then he said, them gold-plated cane dealer, these aliens come from the lowest lane. So them gold-plated cane dealers, these aliens come from the lowest lane is disgusting, dog. That's crazy. So these aliens, right? He calls them aliens because you can't relate to the life that they live, the life that they come from. You know what I mean? They come from these crazy surroundings. Yep. You can only, you know what I mean? You'll wet the bed thinking about what they did. You know what I'm saying? So they're aliens to common civilized folk, basically, right? But also Superman. I think he's referencing Superman. Superman was an alien from another planet, right? And the reason why I'm saying he's referencing Superman because he said these aliens come from the lowest lane. Lois Lane was Superman's love interest in Superman. Yep. But he's also saying Lois Lane from like the gutter, from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So again, these aliens, these grimy street dudes come from the lowest, from the mud, right? The lowest part of humanity. You know what I'm saying? But also Superman, Lois Lane. So I think that's where he's going with that.
I think that's true too.
First listen.
And it's hard, you know, and Cain dealer. Didn't Cain kill Abel in the Bible? Ooh. Maybe that's because he came off the broken faith line, right? Yeah. Broken faith, but chained Jesus, you know what I mean? And then he went into the gold-plated Cain dealer.
Cocaine dealer, but right. you're saying came from the Bible.
Right. Maybe. That could be like a stretch.
Cain and Abel.
But he came right off the biblical reference.
That was tough.
So it kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? Talking about cocaine dealer, like a drug dealer, but also Cain killed Abel, right? You know what I'm saying? And if you kill somebody, I would assume your faith is broken. You know what I'm saying? I would assume.
Backstabbers too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but either way, it's got us thinking, and it's always that way with Stogie T.
Yeah, man.
Always.
That was crazy though. Let's run that back actually.
You won't relate. It's for them face eaters with razor blades marked on their dang features. Broken faith, but the chain Jesus. Them gold-plated cane dealers. These aliens come from a lowest lane, a shade deeper than Hitler's chosen race. I used to paint freight steamers in the olden days. Now I keep a Moses cane race sticks for crawler snakes. My main squeeze is shapely, a gorgeous face, main suite, vacant villas, you know, ocean face, motivation, but hate leaves you all in the altered state. Focus on your lane, don't blame me for overtaking. This ain't even no debate. Faking is all the rage. It's like trainees are taught to copy Drake. They say to me, poverty's real if it's all the same. I'm trying to hear the Liberty Bell and run through that rocky trail. Nate Diaz, you trying to box me, it fails. Was made mean, I take a knee before I bow to a man. I praise Jesus. Like cigars from flaming cedar. You potty train to roll blunts on a coffee tray. We not the same creature.
I poet,
Please stop it, because this motherfucker. We're gonna get into a couple more lines, but I just love the pocket he was in the whole verse. The whole fucking verse was so nasty.
Disgusting.
The way he was, the train D, but the train D, the way he was able to come in and out of that, I was like, my God. And
disgusting.
And he's talking too, because there's another thing, you know, there is a lot of.
I'm gonna talk to him. Speaking of talking, talk to him.
I'm not gonna name any names. I'm gonna keep all the names irrelevant. Please do that. Please don't do that.
I'm gonna be nice today.
But there's a lot of things, a lot of rappers I get caught up in the delivery, and I'm like, man, that shit was so nasty.
And the technicality, which takes skill.
It does. But what are they saying on top of it? You know what I mean? On top, in the midst of them trying to piece the word syllables together and how they're able to flow cadence wise and all that. What are they saying? This fucking Stogy T bodies you to death with the flow, the cadence, and he's saying some in-depth things, man. Dude, that is a full package. That's a full artist right there as it pertains to a hip hop artist. I don't know what else you can ask.
You
for.
too good, man.
You know?
You too good for your own good, Stogie T. No, I'm joking.
You too good for your own good. A shade deeper than A. Hitler's chosen race. I don't know what he means by that. I would assume it's not a good thing because Hitler is not known for anything positive. So,
well, depending on who you talk to. You go down to Mississippi, there's a couple people that Hitler was that dude.
So yeah, he was all for the white people, yeah. I guess. Because when he said a shade deeper than A. Hitler's chosen race, I'm assuming he's talking about how menacing and how awful Hitler was. But a shade deeper than his chosen race. I don't know what that means as far as his chosen race.
Yeah, Hitler, I know he preferred, his ideology or his perfect ideal race was blonde hair, blue eyes, right, tall, or something like that, right? So I don't know if he's just saying like we deeper than that, like in terms of our skin complexion. You know what I'm saying? We come from a different. That's that line's throwing me off. Like how he's using it is throwing me off.
Right.
Like Hitler's chosen race is blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever. And he's saying we are a shade deeper than that. Well, if he's talking about himself and his people, we're a few more shades deeper.
We're
but like 8 more shades deeper than that. So I'm not sure, maybe not 8 more shades, but you get my
a lot though.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that's maybe his way of just saying like we're from the other side. We're the opposite of that. We come from the opposite, the other end. We deep, a shade deeper, you know what I'm saying, than that. So I don't know if that's what he means, but it's interesting that he used that reference,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then, the Moses line, right? You know what I'm saying? He said he used to paint freight steamers in the olden days, and now I keep a Moses cane raising sticks for crawling snakes. So I don't know if he's just saying back in the day, I used to be a follower. I just had a regular job and I did what I was told. But now I'm a person that influences others. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's saying because Moses had a lot of stories where he influenced others. I think he had the power of God. God kind of granted him some of his strength to lead people.
The raised sticks for crawling snakes. So let's start there. You know what I'm saying? I think he's talking about some street shit. Like I raise sticks. A stick is a street slang for a gun. Raise sticks. Raise a gun for snakes, right? Snakes is a serpent is representative of ops, enemies, right? Backstabbers, people trying to do you harm. So I'm raising guns for crawling snakes, right? Snakes in the grass, right? Then he said, I keep a Moses cane. So the other part of that, right, is I think in the Bible, Moses had the staff. The staff turns into a snake. He was in front of a king or something like that. And it was to show the power of God. So I think that's Stogie T's way of saying, I like he sees himself as in the image of God, like Moses does, but he keeps the stick. We got to modernize it though. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't a killer, but don't push me, right? I got a stick ready to go for the snakes, but also I'm leading with God. You know what I mean? I'm godly in how I live my life, right? So I keep a stick like Moses. Like I'm moving like Moses, but you know what I mean? I'm also moving like Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? If need be. Then he said my main squeeze. Then he said my main squeeze is shapelier, gorgeous face, main suite, vacay villas, ocean face, right? So my main squeeze, I think the main squeeze is still coming off of the keep a stick Moses cane, but also his main squeeze, that's slang for his girl, right? Shapelier, gorgeous face, right? So now he's switching over to talking villas, talking fly shit. You know what I mean? Main suite, vacay, and villas, ocean face, facing the ocean, right? But again, I think that main squeeze was still connected to the stick, keep a stick for crawling snakes. He said motivation but hate leaves you in an altered state. That's true. Yeah. Focus on your lane, don't blame me for overtaking. Jay had this song called Already Home that I love, man. You know what I'm saying? Because in that song, he was like, these dudes are saying that I'm in the way. Like, how am I in the way? We not in the same league, don't shoot at the same basket, don't fuck with the same bitches. You know what I'm saying? We not in the same tax brackets. Yep. So he's letting like, how am I in the way from you being successful? Help me understand what is it I'm missing. So when Stogie says this, he's just like, focus on your lane, don't blame me for overtaking. Stay in your lane, and don't blame me for eating. You know what I mean? What you eat don't make me shit. You know what I mean? And what I eat don't make you shit, right? Yep. So I think that's his way of saying that. Like, just do you. Don't worry about what's going over here. You're not even on my level anyway. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame me.
What do you say? This ain't no debate. Faking is all the rage. It's like trainees is taught to copy Drake. That's funny. But, you know, to your point, man, he was like, you know, stay in your own lane. Obviously, that's a car reference too, right? Lane and staying overtaken. But this ain't no debate. We're not even comparable. You know what I mean? But faking is all the rage. That's what motherfuckers do now. They fake it till they make it.
That's popular.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like trainees is taught to copy Drake. You know what I mean? Here's the Drake package.
Formula.
The formula, right? No originality. They say to me, poverty's real. It's all the same. I'm trying to hear the Liberty Bell. I'm trying to hear the Liberty Bell and run through that rocky trail. I like that, right? To sign the Liberty Bell, sign of freedom, right? Mm-hmm. And run through that rocky trail. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying, he started at that by saying that poverty's real. So poverty is real, but for me, if it's all the same, I'm trying to get out of that. I'm trying to make a way for myself and get to that next level, right? Not maybe for me and for my people, right? I'm trying to hear that Liberty Bell, you know what I'm saying, and run through that rocky trail. Rocky trail is representative of just a tough road to get out of that circumstance, right? Obviously, he's referencing the city of Philadelphia, which has the Liberty Bell, which also is representative of the movie Rocky. Rocky ran up the steps, right? Rocky Trail, right? He ran up the steps. He was running to prepare for his boxing match. So that was a Rocky, Philadelphia, Liberty Bell reference there. That was dope. So yeah, incredible verse, man, from Stogie, man. First listen, you know, we piecing it together as we're going along. And I'm gonna revisit that obviously after the cameras are off, just to kind of really sit with that verse. But that was really dope from what I can make out.
Yeah, man.
He was going crazy. Excellent cadence-wise, syllable-wise, technically, it was incredible. In addition to what he was actually saying, I thought was so compelling and the deep in the depth in which he was going. So shout out to Stogie. Let's keep it going.
Poverty's real if it's all the same. I'm trying to hear the Liberty Bell and run through that rocky trail. Nate Diaz, you trying to box me, it fails. Was made mean, I take a knee before I bow to a man. I praise Jesus. Light cigars from flaming cedar. You potty train to roll blunts on a coffee tray. We not the same creature.
I poet, I wrote it, I flow it. The rhymes quoted, I'm goated, I show it. In tight moments, y'all folded, y'all know it. At my lowest, y'all gloated and I noticed. But it's okay though, handling beef is a staple. Stacking cheese on the table, not seeing what we enable. They feel envy and jealousy build. They hate your motion, shady, faking and broken. Get petty, waiting, you folded. But still, I'm God's child, a beacon in fact. A lighthouse that guided kings, you can see when they rap. It's in the essence, the influence is deeper than that. Cause the flow is well rooted like a tree with a sap. I seep on the track, always been elite with this craft. And I got the streets lit, see the heat on the map. Peep when I snap, I clap while receiving it back from the fans who hear the subs when I sneak and attack. The streets raised me, raps and beats saved me. The beef shaped me, fans and seats praise me. We grief lately, man, it seems crazy. We lost so many legends that made your faves wavy. Your faves cagey, no showing respect. After years, will they be here? Will they grow in the depth? And when the tide rises, will they flow to get rap? Or will they fade out in the history and stowed in the back?
Yeah, that was dope. Let me get back to that chorus. That was dope though, man. This is our introduction to Maggz, man. I like what he was basically saying in this, man, because he had a line there. I thought that was dope. He said, handling beef is a staple, stack of cheese on the table, not seeing what we enabled. So I don't know. I feel like he could be meaning a few things here, because before that he said, you know, in tight moments, y'all folded. Y'all know it. At my lowest, y'all gloated.
Yeah.
And I noticed.
Yeah.
But it's okay though. Handling beef is a staple. Stack of cheese on the table, not seeing what we enabled. So I'm taking that as y'all not seeing the road, the path that we set for y'all, right? Y'all not seeing the roles that we paid. It's cool though.
Yeah.
It's cool. You know what I mean? That's okay. You don't recognize a legend that put you that made it possible for you to do what you do. But it's cool though. You know what I mean? Do your thing.
Yeah.
I think that was his way of saying that.
Yeah.
He's like, y'all gloated, and I noticed. You know what I'm saying? I peeped it. That's okay though.
You know, man, I just think that's what he's saying. I paved the way for y'all, and I didn't get the respect. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's okay with him. I think he's like, yeah, nah.
Let me define. It's okay though for y'all. Because let me remind Ryan, when somebody says it's cool though, that doesn't mean it's
it
cool.
Ain't okay. It
means I got you. I understand. Okay, you got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have that. You know, revenge is gonna be served very, very cold.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know what I mean? So and that's what it kind of felt like to me. It felt like he was like, okay, I set the road for this, and I laid the foundation, and you know,
the lighthouse that guided kings. You can see when they rap. You know what I mean? It's in the essence. The influence was deeper than that.
Yep.
So the whole verse
Yep.
is him saying that. You know what I mean?
dude, like-
Always been elite with this craft and got the streets lit. See the heat on the map. I got the streets lit.
Yep.
Lit, fire. You can see the heat on the map all across the map. You can see my influence, right?
And what he say? After years, will they still be here? Will they grow and adapt? You know what I'm saying? Or will they just basically fold and get wrecked? That's how he ended that.
And when the tide rises, will they float or get wrecked? That was a hard. It's important to point that out. When the tide rises, will you sink? Right? Will you float? Will you be able to withstand? You know, the troublesome waters that's coming? Or you just like, are you a here today, gone tomorrow kind of artist? Or are you do you have the skill, right, and the depth to withstand that, right? Do you have the longevity in you? You know what I'm saying? Or will you get wrecked? So I thought that was dope.
Or will you fade out of history and get stowed in the back, right? So he's still on that whole boat, sea, wrecked, float, you know, tides, water scheme, how he ended that. So yeah, I believe that whole verse was him saying, yeah, dog, this is what I built this. Y'all standing on my back. You know what I mean? I built
on my
this
shoulders.
Shit.
Yep.
I built this shit. You know what I mean? And y'all want to try to, gloat and shit and talk all this shit and not give me pay homage. Okay.
He's playing along. What it sounds like is, okay, I'm playing the long game. That's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because he said, you know, he specifically said, Brian, because you had said it earlier, your faves are cagey. No showing respect. You know what I'm saying? So he's playing a long game. Yeah, that's cool, man. Have fun. You know what I mean? Get your little bread, have fun. But you're going to be, I'll give you 2 years and then you're out of here. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to glow and then you're going to notice. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Maggz, man. I thought the way he rapped that too, I'm going to pull it back. The streets raised me. He's wavy, right? How he pieced the syllables up in his cadence was dope too. Let me pull it back a little bit.
I poet, I wrote it, I flow it. The rhymes quoted, I'm goated, I show it. In tight moments, y'all folded, y'all know it. At my lowest, y'all gloated and I noticed. But it's okay though, handling beef is a staple. Stacking cheese on it.
You know what I mean? In tight moments, y'all folded. You know what I'm saying? And he said, y'all gloated. I noticed, right? The way he rapped that, and then towards the end, when he got to that streets raised me, something like that, right?
The streets raised me, raps and beats saved me. The beef shaped me, fans and seats praise me. We grief lately, man, it seems crazy.
Yeah, he in his bag though.
Yeah, he is.
When you go back to it as well, he in his bag though. I love the way that he rapped that. The streets raised me, raps and beats saved me. The beef shaped me, fans and seats praise me. You know what I'm saying? We grief lately, man, it seems crazy. You know what I'm saying? That bag that Maggz is in, shout out to man. We need to get to more Maggz.
Yeah,
that's all I needed to know. You know, we need to get to more Maggz. I see you paved the road, Maggz. I can see it.
Yep.
He had the sneak and attack line that I thought was really dope, right? He said, peep when I snap, I clap while receiving it back from the fans who hear the subs when I sneak and attack. So that was dope. So when you think of the subs, you're talking about like a diss, right? The subliminals. But obviously you think of a submarine as a sneak attack. Typically submarines use sneak attacks, right? So the fans clap when they hear the subliminals that I'm doing to kind of sneak attack these dudes that's not paying homage. Shout out to Homage Beats. You see the connection?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's not paying homage to the dude that set the foundation. You know what I mean?
man.
So the fans are clapping like, yeah, they deserve that.
Hell
they
yeah.
deserve that diss.
Hell yeah.
But again, submarine, sneak attack, that was slick. And then I think the roots, he said I'm rooted or something like that with the treats and sap. He said the influence was deeper than that because the flow was well rooted, like a tree with a sap.
Yeah.
So the flow was rooted in this game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are branches off my tree.
Yep.
But roots, and obviously a tree, roots go into the ground, right? And then sap is in trees. But the flow was real rooted in here, man. You pay homage, man. Pay homage to my man, Maggz.
Because his flow was crazy.
It was, though. And he had some shit, too. He was saying some shit, too. But that flow was, the streets raised me. You know what I'm saying?
It is well rooted. I like that line. It was well rooted.
Yeah, the streets raised me. Raps and beats saved me. Yeah, go ahead, Maggz. Go ahead.
I seep on the track, always been elite with this craft. And I got the streets lit, see the heat on the map. People when I snap, I clap while receiving it back from the fans who hear the subs when I sneak and attack. The streets raised me, raps and beats saved me. The beef shaped me, fans and seats praise me. We grief lately, man, it seems crazy. We lost so many legends that made your faves wavy.
Your fave's cagey, no showing respect. After years, will they be here? Will they grow in the depth? And when the tide rises, will they float or get wrecked? Or will they fade out in the history?
One more time, man.
Still in the back.
I missed that line the first time, man. He said, we lost so many legends that made your faves wavy. So we lost the real rappers. You know what I'm saying? So we lost so many of the kings that can really rap. It made your favorite rappers hot. So it's a damn shame that, you know, the GOATs had to die. Like the motherfuckers that can really, really rap to make your rappers dope. Your favorite rapper hot. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was a slick way to say rap ain't the same no more. I think that's what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, the legends had to die. You know what I'm saying? To make room for the buffoonery and shit.
Yeah, and wavy is slang for cool, and he could be, you know, not to, maybe it's a tie-in wavy because he ended it by saying tides rise, you know, maybe
true.
There's a tie-in with wavy there. But I know rest in peace to AKA. I know that's a rapper that you guys wanted us to do more of, who passed away, I want to say a few years back. I could be wrong on that. I know he was a big deal in South Africa, and there's been a few. I'm not familiar with everyone, but I think that's also what he's referencing when he says we lost so many legends, guys like AKA and a few other people. You know what I mean? So give us some feedback on that. But yeah, dope verse, man, from Maggz. Let's keep it rocking.
After years, will they be here? Will they grow in the depth? And when the tide rises, will they float or get wrecked? Or will they fade out in the history? Still in the back.
Money each side. Glory don't come easy, one must reach high. Fuck you know, me never teach lies. What you willing to do for your peace? Die. You don't have the option to retreat. Slide, squeeze, fight, conquer and rise.
That shit is crazy.
It is, man. I love it.
One life, two eyes, three spirit, four pockets, money.
It's funny how this money hasn't made me change my ways. Instead it did that to those I gave a taste of my fame. Hold on, let me get it right. Yeah. For real, you know I'm more than nice. A diamond in the rough, you soft niggas more like moissanite. The more I write, your favorite rapper turns into a poltergeist. I turn into Yagami Light. You should be praying to Christ. I'm all about the paper now, the freestyles are overpriced. You ain't verified until we've notarized. Fuck the hype, erase your pride. Your label made an oversight. A pro among the prototypes. You and I are not alike. Stay in line, earn your stripes, or roll the dice. Hope you enjoyed the ride, it's over now. Your rap career slowly passed away. You lucky I ain't bury it alive. And we ain't sending no condolences. Take your loss and hide while I win out in the open like I'm Djokovic. Let's be honest, they tryna stop the rain, but they struggle to match the climate. I've always been a wave, and these niggas wavered behind it. They know I'm spitting fire, that's why they dancing around it instead of paying me homage. Let's go.
These niggas think I got racks.
Yeah, hold on, Nasty. Hold on, Nasty.
Hold on.
A-Reece, though. I like how he started it, man. You know, it's funny how, you know, this money hasn't made me change my ways. Instead, it did that to those I gave a taste of my fame. You know, so you would think, oh, you know, people get rich, you know, so the money changes people when they get rich, you would think.
Yep.
But they say sometimes, you know, the money doesn't change you, it changes the people around you, right?
Yep.
So the people he gave a look to, he gave a taste of fame to, then they got different. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they just got like, maybe I should have that place. I should be in A-Reece's place. Maybe it was jealousy. I'm not sure, but I thought that was a dope line.
Yeah, I love that line. You know, and he kept it going too. I love the pause. He's like, hold on, let me get it right. You know, that pause was just a cool, slick way to let you realize what the fuck he just said. Yeah, you know what I mean? And now I'm about to get into this bag. You know what I'm saying? What did he say? He said, you know, I'm more than nice. I'm like a diamond in the rough. Y'all dudes, you know, he said, I'm trying to omit the N-word. He said, you soft dudes like moissanite, right? We know moissanite is a fake diamond, but when somebody says they're a diamond in the rough, they're it's a
rare.
It's a rarity, but it's almost like it's hard to find, or it's hard to identify that it's a diamond, right? Because it's not obvious. Right. You know what I mean? So I thought that was well written with the diamond and moissanite scheme, because you could very easily, I feel like he feels like he's been overlooked and like, no, I'm more than nice. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers sleeping on me.
Moissanite is a fake diamond, by the way. So you know what I'm saying? You're a fake version of him. You're a fake diamond. You know what I mean? I'm the real shit. Yeah, the more I write, your favorite rapper turns into a poltergeist. So, you know, poltergeist is a ghost, basically, right? So I'm putting, you know, I'm rapping, crushing these dudes, ending their careers, turning their careers into killing them, basically, right? Their careers are dead, ghostly. Whatever.
And it could mean that they getting ghostwriters too. That could be a stretch. But like, I'll write so much that y'all need to hire somebody to write for y'all. He said you ain't verified until we've notarized. So until you get our stamp of approval, You ain't verified, bro. You really ain't about it. A pro amongst prototypes. You and I are not alike. I like that line too. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this. I'm seasoning this bitch.
And y'all moistenites.
Yeah. So your rap career slowly passed away. You lucky if I don't bury it alive. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't sending no condolences. So the more and more I read it, I think he's saying like, hey, you know, it's my time now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had y'all time is done. You know what I'm saying?
Take your loss and hide while I went out in the open like I'm Djokovic.
Yeah, man.
So he's referencing the tennis player, right? Djokovic, I believe, one of the best tennis players in the world, and they have the opens, U.S. Open, French Open, right, in tennis. But while I went out in the open though, for the world to see, take your loss and hide, he said, while I'm shitting on you publicly. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that was dope.
Let's be honest. They trying to stop the rain, but they struggle to match the climate.
Tough.
The more I'm thinking about this, I think he's talking about the old school people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess so.
I think he's like, yeah, y'all, let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Your shit's over now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all try to stop the rain. Rain is in my dominance. You know what I'm saying? But also RAIN, rain, like the precipitation. You know what I'm saying? But they struggle to match the climate, right? You struggle to adapt. This shit has changed, bruh. The game has changed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the pro out this bitch. So the more and more I'm going down these lines, I really believe that's what he's saying. I could be totally wrong.
Also to play on climate, weather, rain. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That was dope.
Dude, you know what I'm saying?
I've always been the wave, and these dudes wavered behind him. He rapping. Yeah, I've always been the wave, right? I've always been the dude that's had control over the game, right? The wave, the dude the game stops and goes and comes when I go. But these dudes wavered behind it. You know what I'm saying? Struggle to keep up, struggle to match the wave.
And I'm not trying to start no bullshit here. I'm really not. This is all in good fun. But didn't Maggz say that we lost so many legends that it made your faves wavy? And then we got A-Reece saying that I've always been the wave and you niggas wavered behind me. So I'm not trying to start no shit, but I'm just saying that is very convenient. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah. I hear what you're saying. Okay, cool. But again, I'm not.
Will I be able to stay afloat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that was cute.
Yep.
But I've been the wave though.
Exactly. I don't know.
That's like what is it? 4-3-2-1 with LL Cool J and Cannabis.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, LL Cool J and Cannabis, they dissed each other. Well, LL dissed Cannabis on 4-3-2-1, and then that's what started the whole battle between LL Cool J and Cannabis. You know, like how you diss somebody on a track that's on your on your song and shit.
And
I don't think that's it.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. But I just thought that is it's funny.
It's
like,
funny.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think either one is talking about each other. But maybe A-Reece have heard that before. Oh, man, you jumping on waves. Maybe he's heard that. Like, okay, I got a rebuttal for that too. So I like it. So I really believe that now that we're going through it, I'm like, man, I don't know. Maybe he is saying that. Yeah, you know, y'all laid the foundation. And he's not talking about Maggz. Let's get that out of here. Because again, I don't want to start.
We were just having fun.
Yeah, I don't want to start.
We don't believe
bullshit.
A-Reece is talking about Maggz.
Right, but old school. Old heads, let's just say old heads. Let's take rappers out of it. Old heads is to be like, yeah, this new generation's trash. Y'all just jump on waves. Y'all motherfuckers are biting styles that's been created already. Maybe he's talking about them. Like, yeah, okay. And I like the flip. I love that. You know what I mean? Take what motherfuckers say about you and flip that shit. Yep. Love it.
Yeah, and I think that it's the shoe fits type of situation. I think he's talking about his generation, the haters in his. I think he's talking about, if the shoe fits, wear it. I think because A-Reece and Nasty C are kind of, they like Kendrick Cole and Drake over there in South. They've been doing this shit for like probably I think close to a decade, right? So they are like a lot of people came after them as well. So they can speak from the position of being the older guys, in addition to still talking shit about some of the old guard as well. So I think it's like, I'm speaking from the elder statesman's position, but I'm also speaking from the dude that's a relatively modern guy, and there's the old guard from like maybe 20 years ago, you know what I mean, that I'm also talking to them. So I think it's a little bit of both. If the shoe fits, you know what I mean, wear it. We just did a song with Manifest, right? Manifest and A-Reece, FTY Free the Youth, Free the Youth them. So check that reaction out, and that's kind of what they were talking about, in my opinion, in that reaction. A lot of these old heads is talking crazy. You know what I mean? Not letting the youth, you know what I'm saying, rock out and do their own thing. So maybe that's, again, maybe this is just a continuation of that.
And then he finished it up saying, they know I'm spitting fire. He's all, that's why they dance around it instead of paying homage, right? That's why they dance around it. So I think this motherfucker was preaching on that shit. I think he was like, yeah, okay, I got y'all.
So they know I'm spitting fire. That's why they dance around it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when you initially hear that, you're like, okay, he's spitting fire. He's rapping at a high level, and they try to act like, they try to downplay it. Mm-hmm. They try to, dance around it. They don't want to address the fact that I'm crushing shit, right? They're dancing around it, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I might get a little weird here with the reaches, because it could be a triple entendre, perhaps. I'm not. The difference between us and all of these other breakdown channels, these motherfuckers, they try to say ridiculous reaches, or like they try to act like that shit is like with the. I'm not saying I think that A-Reece necessarily meant this. I'm saying let's throw it in the ether and see what happens, right? So obviously, Spitfire, he's rapping at a high level, and they try to dance around it. His competition, whoever that may be, old heads, new heads, everybody, they just try to act like he's not doing his thing. They try to diminish it, right? Then also dancing around fire. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps he looks at these dudes, he's saying he's sunning them in the sense that he's a deity to these dudes, right? When you think of Native Americans dancing around fire, you know what I'm saying? It's their way of paying homage to or honoring their spiritual God, right? You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's like they dancing around fire. You know what I'm saying? It's like their way of saying, yeah, you need to pay homage to the God. That's maybe his way of saying that. And obviously you dancing around with listening to my shit. They know I'm spitting fire. That's why you dancing to it. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You vibing to it because I'm getting busy. So it could be a little triple entendre there. Just throwing it out there in the ether. Not saying I'm right. Just throwing it out there.
You raise your pride. Your label made an oversight. A pro among the prototypes. You and I are not alike. Stay in line, earn your stripes, or roll the dice. Hope you enjoyed the ride. It's over now. Your rap career slowly passed away. You lucky I ain't bury it alive. And we ain't sending no condolences. Take your loss and hide while I win out in the open like I'm Djokovic. Let's be honest, they tryna stop the rain, but they struggle to match the climate. I've always been a wave, and these niggas wavered behind it. They know I'm spitting fire, that's why they dancing around it instead of paying me homage. Let's go.
These niggas think I got racks, and then forgot how to rap. Like I forgot how to breathe. Like I forgot all my ABCs, head, shoulders, and knees. I am rap, you little niggas think I forgot how to me. You see me splitting that green with the whites. I got connects like Legos, hitting licks like gay hoes. That's a milli guaranteed, like I'm attending a Wayne show. I can't argue with no nigga who net worth is my raincoat. Thumbs fast, but your brain slow, pussy. I must have heard wrong, or you throwing shit.
Yes! Thumbs fast, but your brain is slow. Man, we saw a lot of that throughout the Kendrick and Drake beef.
That's so true.
A lot of quick, fast thumbs and irrational hatred and jealousy and weirdo shit. But your brain is slow. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I love that shit.
Yep. What do you say? I'm rap. He's all, y'all dudes think I forgot how to me. I am rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Rap is me and I am rap. You know what I'm saying?
Rap is me and I am it. I love that
exactly,
shit. you see me splitting that green with the whites? I got connects like Legos. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah,
you see me splitting that green, so he's saying you see me splitting that money with the white people, maybe his promoters, agents, and all that other shit, right? I think he's also referencing the Nigerian flag, which is green and white, because he said Lagos, right? I'm thinking Lagos is what, the capital city of Nigeria? Not sure if Lagos is the capital, but it's a major city in Nigeria. So Legos, you connect like Legos, you know what I'm saying? So Legos, you connect Legos.
Like the pieces.
The toys, Legos, you connect the toys, right? But he's saying, I got connects like Lego. So I'm spitting this money, getting this money. I got connects in high places that's allowing me to make money. And again, he's referencing Lagos, the city of Nigeria. The flag is green and white. That was nasty.
Yeah, because the green is split with the white, right? And the flag, right? Isn't it in the white in the middle? Then after that, he said, that's a milli guarantee, like I'm attending a Wayne show. Then you getting a mill a show, bro? Man, yeah. Motherfuckers be sleeping on Nasty C, boy. That mug is getting muddy.
Lil Wayne has a song called A Milli,
yep.
A Milli. So if he was performing a show, he's gonna perform. Guaranteed, he's gonna perform a Milli. But Nasty C, like Ryan said, is saying, I'm getting Milli a show. I don't know. Probably though.
Yeah,
Nasty C getting money out here, boy. Hitting licks like gay hoes, huh? Nasty C be say having them wild ass lines though, man.
What he says, I can't argue with no dude whose net worth is like my raincoat. I love that. I love that big boy.
But get
talk.
back to that hitting licks like
No,
gay
no,
hoes.
hold
Trying
on.
to skip
I
over.
love lines like that because I feel like in the midst of this song, man, this is like iconic. It feels iconic. This is playlist for me already, and it feels iconic with all of these great rappers with really good depth in their lines and slick lines. And Nasty C always gives you that balance. Like, yeah, you know, I can rap too, but I gotta hit you with the big boy. This is the new school big boy. This still gotta have a bounce to it. You know what I'm saying? This still gotta be fly as hell. And I think that's what Nasty C brings to this, especially with the chorus. And so far in this verse, I just think he gives you that flyness too. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, let me give you the big boy talk. I know this is the rappity rap song, but let me show y'all what I do.
But the big boy talk is rappity rap.
Yeah.
That's a big misconception. You can really rap at a high level talking big
That's
boy.
true.
When we say big boy talk, we're talking about braggadocious, bragging rap. You can rap at a high level using anything. You can be talking about saving the whales.
Yep.
You can talk about drug dealing. You can be conscious, and you can talk fly and rap at a high level. That's a big misconception. Just because your content is about saving the fucking world doesn't mean you're not rapping at a high level. I want people to get that. That's
true.
important.
That's true.
Anyway, so yes, Nasty C's rapping well. Let's keep it going.
These niggas think I got racks and then forgot how to rap. Like I forgot how to breathe. Like I forgot all my ABCs, head, shoulders, and knees. I am rap. You little niggas think I forgot how to me. You see me splitting that green with the whites. I got connects like Legos, hitting licks like gay hoes. That's a milli guaranteed, like I'm attending a Wayne show. I can't argue with no nigga who net worth is my raincoat. Thumbs fast, but your brain slow, pussy. I must have heard wrong, or you throwing shade with girls on. I'm old McDonald, my hard drive is a verse farm. This nigga rap and he sing and make beats. My weed transfer got more stems than a bird's palm. You weak rapper, bitch, I'm him, like a church song. Ghetto nigga, but I'm situated in the burbs, calm. Got an old spirit, so every day I gotta curve moms. Black trucks back to back, the N1 getting swerved on. Drink sipper, big C, keep a cup like he's sizing boobs. Ask about me, stand up guy, soldier, solid dude. These days I value my silent moves and my solitude. You wanna fix your life, then in these books is where you find the tools. Every day I wake up and I'm me, nigga, hallelujah. I done made a promise to myself and I'ma follow through. Hate being away from home, gotta do what I gotta do. The stakes are higher than they've ever been, it's not the time to lose.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
The four horsemen, old kings, new kings. Thy kingdom come. You thought we would've been here, man. Yeah, that's what you thought. You thought wrong.
This is hard. This is hard.
You thought fucking wrong. Kingship.
Yeah, that sample, whatever that is, he sampled that shit is hard.
You know what I think that is? That shit off of Dead Presidents. Remember that shit?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
I think that's it.
Maybe, yeah.
I think me and Ryan were talking about that
Yeah.
in the sample, and I was like, are they sampling the song from Dead Presidents? I mean, I could be wrong, but it reminds me of that Isaac Hayes Walk On By sample.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's like, because they say in that song, it's like the sample that's like, boop, boop,
Yep.
just down, and the way the guitar sounds on this, let me pull it back. The guitar sounds similar too, the tone of it. Let me see as it's ending here.
Whoa. The four horsemen, old kings, new kings.
Anyway,
Thy
the guitar is and the guitar tone sounds similar. So I think that there was, if it's not sampling it, I think there was inspiration from Isaac Hayes' Walk On.
That's a
By.
good catch. That's a good catch because it's very similar.
Yeah.
Especially that that whatever that is, that's very close.
Yep.
Very close.
There's
But
a
it's
sample.
hard though.
Their sample is well.
Kingship.
It's boop boop. So it's boop boop in this song, but Isaac Hayes, the sample is boop boop.
Yeah.
Not the sample actually, it's the people singing.
Yeah.
Boop boop. So they could have easily changed the pitch. Boop boop instead of boop boop. Anyways, take a look. Listen to that Isaac Hayes song "Walk On By" and see if you guys can connect that. I could be way off. I'm just throwing that out there.
It's similar though.
But
Yeah,
it's nasty. That just gave me that vibe. It's a
Yeah.
nastiness to it. So shout out to pay homage.
Homage. Yeah.
Pay homage to Homage Beats. We paying homage, man.
Yeah,
Dope
man.
beat.
That was hard as hell though, man. I thought that shit was dope. It is playlist for me. I thought everybody did their thing. I liked Nasty C's verse at the end too, but I really liked him in the chorus. I really think you take that chorus out, it changes the whole dynamic of the song. I think it gives it a flyness and a slickness all the way through this song.
Chorus is incredible.
Yeah, I think he killed that, man. And again, it may not be a Jamaican, Caribbean type of sound technically. Maybe it's African.
But there's
heritage.
there's similarities between genuine like African heritage and all that, and how they sound versus Caribbean as well.
I just don't want to be disrespectful, so I don't know what it's technically called, but that's just what it sounded like to me, and I loved his approach. I thought it was smooth. I think Stogy T went fucking neutron bomb on this. I think he killed that. Maggz was our first introduction. I thought he did his thing. A-Reece did his thing. I think it was just dope. I would like to know if they're going to make a whole project, if this is just a one and done, or if this is going to be something that they can continue
Y'all
to
can't
do.
handle it.
I don't know,
Y'all
man.
can't handle it.
That
as
would
fans,
be dope,
man.
though.
Y'all be pitting these artists against each other, saying this person's verse was trash. We ain't gonna tell you who we thought had the best verse. We ain't even gonna do it because I'm tired of the beefing. I'm tired of the division. They all killed it. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. I'm gonna touch a couple more lines here from Nasty C though. Hitting licks like gay hoes. I'm gonna go back to that. You know, Ryan tried to get past that. You know what I mean? Hitting licks, getting money. You know what I'm saying? Is what he's saying. Hitting licks is slang for getting money, right? I'm getting bags. You know what I'm saying? But you know, women who are bisexual or gay or whatever, they lick each other in those nether regions. So there's that. Did he say what did he say? You throwing shade with a girl's arm? I thought that was slick. You're throwing shade. When someone says you're throwing shade, that means you're dissing them. You're talking shit about them, right? You're saying negative things about them. You're being shady towards them. But you're doing it with a girl's arm, though. You know what I'm saying? It's weak. You know what I mean? That shade is weak. It's not. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Teflon. That shit bounces off me. So that's what he's saying. That was slick. Shade, girl's arm, throwing shade when you have to throw something, right? Was with a girl's arm. That was dope. I like how Nasty C made sure that he emphasized, I rap, I sing, I make beats. You know what I'm saying? My weed transfer is more stem than a bird's palm. Like, I rap, I sing. I want to make sure that y'all know on this track with the 4 Horsemen, I rap, I sing. What separates me from the pack is I rap, I sing, I make the beats. You know what I'm saying? My chorus game is crazy. You know, I'm the complete package. I feel like is what he was trying to say there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they all did them. And yeah, I'm really excited to get back to Maggz. A-Reece, as y'all know, we staple, Nasty C staple, Stogie staple. Very, very well done track that I felt like met the expectation. I felt like I don't know how they could have topped this. I think they did their thing. The beat was hot, chorus was great.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of them, man. So yeah, thank y'all for getting this in front of us. You know what I mean? Give us some feedback on what else they have planned. Is this it? Is this it for Stogie's album? Are they gonna do other things? They should. I think that would be dope. Set the continent on fire. You know what I'm saying? That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you have subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost to Vegas. We out.